Hi, this is Regeline Sabat, also known as Gigi, and you're listening to Walk With Me podcast. My guest today is Dr. Radley Ramdhan. He's the keynote speaker for our global virtual panel of veterans event coming up here on March 11th at 5 p.m. Eastern. And he's a military veteran. Welcome to the show, Dr. Radley.
Hi, Gigi, and thank you very much for having me. Thank you very much for hosting this event. And I'm definitely looking forward to a very successful event where we have a lot to learn.
Likewise.
And especially on a topic close to heart for me. So looking forward to it.
Amen. It's such an honor to have you here today, Dr. Radley. Now, why don't you start off by telling us a little bit more about you and where are you from?
Okay, so my name is Dr. Radley Ramdhan. I'm a naturopathic doctor and acupuncturist. I studied at University of Bridgeport in Connecticut, and that's where I graduated with both my master's and doctorate degree. I also served 6 years in the military. I had one tour in Iraq in support of Operation Inherent Resolve between 2016 and 2017. And then now I have completed my time with the military and has been pretty much in practice as a naturopathic doctor and acupuncturist. I recently published a book on trauma and PTSD. It's something that I grew a passion with from my experiences with the military and working in clinic as well. So that's a quick snapshot of my story and who I am.
It. Yeah. Very powerful. Now, you have 3 questions that came in from an anonymous source in regards to our upcoming event here, the Global Virtual Panel of Veterans event. And the first question is, how have you been able to get emotionally and mentally beyond what you have seen on the battleground, beyond trauma?
So there's a lot to it. There's never really one straightforward thing that would work. Before I go into what my story is, I would say the goal would always be to sort of get what works for you. And we'll definitely be discussing more of that at the event. In terms of myself, I have actually utilized writing as a huge empowerment tool for myself. Again, we'll go more into details. I can't give out too much of the information now, so I gotta get you guys to log in and come in and join on the event on the 11th. But again, like I said, writing was a big part of it. I also did a lot of talk therapy, and finding where everything lies is always important. Understanding the effects and just taking note. Initially, it was a hard thing to admit to, and I had a lot of push and support from people around me. Some cases it took a little bit longer than others, but I had to eventually get help because everybody else around me was seeing changes that I didn't see and recognize straight off the bat. So it was definitely helpful having some support system through my teachers and friends from school and stuff like that after I came back from deployment. So having that was a guide, and then initially going in to get help and then continuing working on it. And even up to now, a couple of years down, I still work on aspects of it for myself as well.
Excellent. I love it.
There's hope always to get going. Yeah.
Amen. Now, the next question is, why did you decide to enlist in the military?
Childhood dream. It was really a childhood dream of mine to enlist in the military. And that's kind of why I'm going to keep it short and straightforward with that aspect of it. Really being a childhood dream and just something that I wanted to fulfill, I decided that I can't let my childhood dreams go down the drain without giving it a try. I rather take the opportunity to regret what I did than regret not doing something. So I had to push myself into enlisted. It definitely took a little while to do it, but I did it, and I would say I don't regret doing what I did.
I love it. Now, the last question here is, how many branches does the military have?
So in the U.S., currently there are 6 branches. Up to recently, there was actually only 5 branches. The 5 branches was the Army, Air Force, Navy, Marine, and Coast Guards. And then recently they added the Space Force as the 6th branch to the military. So currently there's 6 branches.
Excellent. Now, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to tune in on March 11th at 5 p.m. Eastern to hear more of what Dr. Radley has to say, but also the other speakers from all over the world. definitely tune in. And we are grateful for our speakers and our sponsors. And now you can reserve your virtual seat on Facebook. Just type in the search engine, Global Virtual Panel of Veterans Event, and also on Eventbrite, and reserve your virtual seat. And we'll see you on March 11th at 5 p.m. Eastern. And thank you again, Dr. Radley. God bless you.
God bless you too, and thank you for hosting.
You're welcome.